And as always, I am joined by the lovely, talented, and wonderful Mr. Kitty and his owner, Sea Tactics.
Meow.
Exactly. Okay,
Meow.
I forgot to check the audio, but I think it's good. Oh, wait. Okay, good, I'm live, but. And his owner, Sea Tactics. Okay, we're good. Just had some tech support.
Meow.
I might have then accidentally playing the podcast and then I sent it somewhere else.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
We're going to chat. Great, no one's here. Perfect. No one will hear. But yes, this was an episode. I'm pretty sure it was promised. Not entirely sure. It might have been.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, there was Amelia in this episode. There was Sebere.
We got starting from.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a wasteland. There was a lot of rocks.
So this episode definitely rocked. I've not marked where.
What's going on, Adrian? Yeah, there was a bunch of crazy stuff in this episode. I mean, I forget what happened at the very beginning, but like
exactly, like there's so much crazy, like the big moments.
Yeah, so I think the most important like note to make mention of first of all is the alignment of Sonju and Mujika. It seems like they're just traveling nomadic demons like we thought they were. That doesn't really have any relation to the demons inside of the walls. But it seems like they see Emma and Ray's group as a potential future food source to then go and hunt. Which I think I have a lot of theories about that, but what did you
I
think
thought
about
that
that?
was really interesting. I like how they did it because, like last episode, there are two options for. One is that they were how they see the people helping the kids. The other option is that they were like afraid of them. They had ulterior not to help them. But they ended up going with like a third option, which I because you see like
Yeah.
they're not entirely sure exactly what they're after, but I get the guy's name. But yes, Mujika, are you not going to turn? Or I forget what.
Sonju.
Yeah, Sonju live like in luxury for kid, but they chose not to. Are willing to help out the kids. So Sonju.
Well, I think that's all because of what they want to do with the kids. They want to, create their own wild humans to hunt.
Yeah, but is it
So
just Sonju, or is it also Mujika?
both to me, Mujika didn't outright say it, but she didn't need to because she's with Sonju. So I think that speaks to her alignment. Um, in my
I
opinion.
feel
Well, yeah, there definitely seems to be some sort of nuance. Because it definitely seemed like Mujika had some. Uh, she didn't exactly despise, I would say, the kids. Like I don't want to even say either of them. I feel like Sonju saw an opportunity, and I feel like Mujika, you know, it felt like she was more of just like, let's just turn these kids in, like it isn't the best option, but in their world, for them, that's kind of normal, to think, like, oh, send the kids in, we'll live life, in luxury for 6 months or whatever. We'll just, get this over
I
with.
can see that as
Um,
sort of I see out of like I well for Sonju it's more like an object of
well, yeah, I, I can see that definitely. I mean, for me at least, I think it's a mistake for them not only to think that way, but as well for especially Sonju to see them as a potential future food source to hunt.
I think it's like
Because yeah. Well, it speaks to the mindset that, they like to eat humans and that is what they'll do.
they have this natural
One of these days. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but I think that's a mistake to let them go. My theory is that they will eventually regret not turning him in
Oh,
because the way I see it is that you let the kids do their own thing, um, and start this new life, possibly create a civilization, create a village of people, and then what happens? What happens from there? As they start to age and get stronger and more, and they have more kids and they get stronger, what's going to happen? The only thing that's going to happen is that eventually I could foresee a future where human civilization has strengthened to the point of where they can do another war against the
yeah. So
demons.
like,
And
putting
then
them,
yeah. And the reason I say that is because they were already smart enough to break out, and they're all like, as Sonju said, all of these kids are really
yeah,
smart.
it's not just like, hey, it's all.
Yeah, they're all of them are incredibly smart kids that can do quite a bit. It I just think I think they're a little bit short-sighted in some ways. No,
I
no,
think it all.
it's pretty genius, I think, for them to think that way, but I think they're underestimating the
I
kids.
think it also, what is there probably don't, and as even as it gets stronger, or in worst
Hmm.
case scenario, the stronger probably take case they do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do want to
yeah.
go back to the could be, and that was like Emma showing pictures. One they showed Phil, and Emma was adorable.
Yeah, yeah, Phil is adorable. Big Daddy Phil.
Emma also got Norm, which I think could be very because Muji Emma.
Well, that's if Norman is even alive. There, I do find it interesting though how they always bring up Norman.
Yeah, could be like he was one of the main characters, but I definitely feels more and more
I
like
don't
his
know.
story.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think you're right from the previous podcast. I think he's alive.
I don't know when we're gonna see. I'm really certain. Also, no manga spoilers. Comments, right or wrong.
Yeah, definitely. No spoilers if you can. Is there a problem with the audio? No, doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it.
Okay. I'm kind of. Oh, is this a picture? Oh, yes. I had a picture of Eki Donut.
A kid,
Ecchi Donut.
Etchy Donut. Oh, that's Mitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mitch. We all like Mitch. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this first scene as well. I think shows like a lot of dynamic between Mujika and Emma, and I think it kind of backs up what you were saying about Mujika being more uh connected to these humans.
Doesn't feel. She's like as.
Yeah, I would even say Sonju is actually, incredibly
No,
distant
he's
either.
not.
I just think he has a different mindset. Like he sees this as an opportunity of sorts, like a future kind of thing of like it almost seems even rebellious in a sense. Like did you get the vibe of that, like rebelling against the establishment of the demons?
And okay, my audio's.
It is.
Yeah, apparently I can see it in OBS.
Just replug in your mic. It'll be good.
Things.
It is Windows 10.
Okay.
I would not be surprised at that.
Okay, is my audio better now? Yeah.
All right.
Okay, hopefully that was fixed. Thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, we have Emma showing the pictures. We have Ray and Soji playing a game of chess. And again, Norma was brought up
Mhm.
there too, so like more isn't that back.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're definitely right about that theory. There's something that Mujika said that I found interesting. She said that their appearances have become
Oh
warped
yeah.
in the last 1,000 years.
So I wonder were the demons originally human if they're saying that.
I don't think so. I think they became more human-like, like how
Oh
Mujika and Sonju look more human
yeah.
than the other demons we've previously seen. I wonder if their species of people or whatever they are, demons, I wonder if they take on the characteristics of the world they inhabit or of the things they
Or
come
could it be
around.
because they're eating people, they become more human? Is it right?
It could. I wonder if that means Sonju and Mujika have eaten humans. Well, this also takes into account is how long do the demons live?
Oh
Because
yeah.
Sonju's like thinking years and years down the line.
Yeah, because it would be like at least what, just before they have kids to eat?
Yeah, yeah. So it makes me think that, and they say their appearances have become warped in 1,000 years. Does that mean like Mujika literally looked completely different?
Oh yeah. Like maybe she started off 1,000 years ago, she looked different. Oh, she this form. I guess we never don't have any idea how long the demons live. It seems like everything they're doing is more thinking about the long game too. Because going back to Sonju, him wanting to hunt humans, he wants there to be a big enough population for him to be able to, as opposed to just a few. That'd be generations down the line.
Hmm. Right, right. I mean, it's really interesting. I think just that line in general just really sheds a lot of light on the demons. There's a lot of stuff in here that really sheds a lot of light. Like I said, with the whole age stuff.
What's
But yeah, Mujika even says before meeting them, she's never even spoken or seen humans
yeah?
before.
She says she never
So
talked to him. Did she say she'd never seen them?
yeah, she said she had never even
Okay,
seen one before.
that one down. Yeah, and then Ujika also gave Emma an amulet saying it would protect her. But I have a feeling that's also going to be a big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
What
Hmm.
if that
Yeah.
amulet is somehow connected to Norma?
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I think I think I'm wrong about Mujika and Sonju. Yeah, I think you're totally right about that.
That means I'm knowing
But
Promise
that
Neverland. It means I'm probably wrong.
yeah, I still I guess this doesn't exactly still mean they're terrible, I guess. But I think it's just the way their life is. But going back to what you were saying, I don't know what the amulet could be.
Yeah,
Maybe it's something. The only thing I can think of is maybe a possible weapon or navigation device, or maybe like a cloaking thing of some kind.
cloaking could be good because they seem to be like avoiding other demons. Way to like avoid.
Yeah.
Something else interesting is that we also saw Soju killing a lot of demons after the kids left. So
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
yeah. He killed like a bunch
Yeah,
of them.
so I'm wondering why was it like to make sure the demons get to where the kids were, so he like distracted them, killed all of them. They were getting close. So it could be he really wants the
Yeah.
kids to, even if it is so he can hunt their friends later on.
Yeah, yeah, that is it is super interesting that scene with Sonju. Um I don't even like honestly know like I don't even know really much to take away from it other than that Sonju is to me seemingly well known within that community of demons.
But, well, do they know who he is though? Because like, have we seen it like that? Or they just,
I
or
think
do they just see him as someone who's attacking them?
I think they know him. I don't know. That's kind of the first thing that I thought is, oh, they know who Sonju is. Like they like maybe he's like a well-known individual.
It could be. That'd be interesting to see. I hope we get more with Sojika and Soju and Mijika. That's the correct name. Just because I want to see like the human world through what their experience too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. I think it's also important to know about the Sonju scene is how powerful the demons are. We've seen it a couple times already, but I don't think it really kind of like landed with until this episode where it's like, yeah, these demons are like out of this world
Well,
powerful.
even like Sonju just killing the demons without much of a fight, showing how strong he individually is.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if the strength comes from partially the weapons or the demons' strength themselves.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of it would have to come to the person itself because I feel like that's how the show would work. Like it's not the weapon giving them a ton of power; it's like a tool they can use.
Adrian says that demon said that the shape of demons started to mutate the last 1,000 years. Does it have something with the old war and eating humans in the past? We already talked about that,
The
but
war could be interesting too, like having the society
yeah,
separated.
yeah,
Maybe that did something, or is doing
yeah,
something.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's really interesting.
But yeah, that's not even the most interesting part of the episode, in my opinion. Because then they find the secret base really weird. They ended up going there following their map, and then they were unlock it. There was it the pen even said "welcome" unlocked when they did the thing. Word.
Yeah, so I think it's important to mention here that you probably don't even know about this. Um but thanks to Satsuki and knowing from his knowledge, it's what I saw from him on Twitter. Promise Neverland is anime original from here on out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess they
As soon as
went my idea to go read the manga.
as soon as apparently the last scene, there are supposed to be people that are in that room when they open the door, and they see the moldy food and all the TV. There's supposed to be someone in there, and they're not. And going by what some Twitter accounts have been saying, it seems from that scene on out, Promised Neverland will be anime original,
Oh, it's really
which
weird.
it's that's not at all what I
Yeah, because I
expected. From
thought,
what I could from what I read about it, it was supposed to be some anime original liberties
yeah, like
taken.
some anime original would like fix some of the issues that they might have thought saw with the manga, or like make it fit anime.
Yeah, well, I mean that could still be the case, because we don't know until we know. But yeah, like from here on out, like it's going to be its own original story,
You know
apparently.
what's interesting about that? The title I gave for this episode was "Starting from Here," and that's because that was a line in the show. I thought that was like a cool way to like bookmark it, and that could also be starting from here in the story that they're telling in anime.
Hmm. Yeah, like Adrian says, it's very
Yeah,
interesting, and I'm excited to see what they do about it because people, I think they're wrong, even though I haven't experienced it myself. But people have said like by the end, Promise Neverland is a bad manga. I don't believe that for a second. But maybe this is a response to the criticism of it just not being as good as that first arc
yeah.
was.
Like, well, didn't you see like the author was going to be involved with the event? So it might be him saying, like him
Yes.
saying, "Okay, I messed up here. I didn't like this. Let's redo it from here." Like he knows his mistakes, so he can like figure out where the story's going. Basically, do it better this time.
Yeah. Well, I mean that could definitely be it because we know because like he is working on
Yeah,
it, like he is involved with this as much as say, as Adrian brings up Echidna, as Teppei Nagatsuki is with the ReZero anime or really anything ReZero
yeah.
related.
So it's not like they're going on doing thing. It's definitely risky because like they have a story like finished and like to completely change directions like this, that could possibly make it worse. I'm not gonna say it's bad because it's different, but there's definitely a risk there.
Hmm. Oh, absolutely. There's always a risk when you stray from the original source material, not only dealing with backlash from fans who think it's a good idea or a bad idea, but as well just, do you have the talent to make a good anime original story out of
Especially when
this?
it's
Like,
like
can you do
as
that?
good of a start as Promised Neverland, because like first season one and this season have both been fantastic. So even if it's an okay story, if it's not a fantastic one, we'll down.
Yeah, no, it is.
And
It's pretty
yeah,
interesting.
Tilgareth says mostly feel like the ending was rushed. But I don't feel like why they would need to change it. That's the issue. X.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
It's
actually
very
even more
weird.
curious to read the manga now, just to, like see what the difference is.
Yeah, I was thinking about reading it. I was for sure thinking about starting from this point and following along
I
with
want to
it.
read the whole thing. Actually, for the first volumes. Okay, I need to go now. I need to go. Night.
No, you can't leave. I have to do
You've
a
done it before
podcast.
on my channel.
Oh, this is true. This is very true. I remember that time.
Yeah, because like my internet cut
Those
out
were-
as we were doing the podcast, but you're the one streaming it to my channel.
yeah, yeah. What was that? Sympho Gear?
I thought that was for season 1 of Promised Neverland.
Oh, it could have been Promised Neverland as
Yeah.
well.
But yeah, okay, so I guess go back to this without talking about all the differences. Not here. Oh, my other question was, is there somehow going to be, or is a connection between Norma and Minerva? The crazy idea I wrote down?
I don't think so. Just for the simple fact that, based off the pin that was handed to them, happened before
Well,
Norman's
yeah, because that
death.
was from Sister Crone, so at least not.
Yeah, so I don't think there is some connection with Willie Minerva and Norman. But if, say, Norman were to be alive, there is, I think, a really good opportunity that, or a really good chance that Norman probably not be connected to Minerva at all, because just for the simple fact that the only way he would stay alive is if he agreed to work for the farm
Well,
or the
if
demons,
you
I
agreed
should
to
say.
work for the farm, but just because you agree to something does not mean you're doing so.
So what you're saying is Norman is going to do a double fakey heel turn,
I can see it.
but he's going to do a face turn.
Sumo wrestle the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he got the pen from Sister Crone. And Sister Crone seemed to like be leaving behind, putting her faith in the kids. So maybe there's a connection between Minerva and Sister Crone. So it definitely seems weird because Crone did not seem to be like on the kid's side, at least for the most part, only using them to get back at Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
So does Minerva like have men inside infiltrating the farm? I mean, he got the books there, so like he'd have to in some.
How would you even do that, though?
I have no idea. I was trying to think. I was like, nope, I have nothing.
Cause like everything is pretty seemingly from the way logically the farm works out. Like, everyone is born on the farm.
Yeah. So
So yes,
so
that
all
seems
humans are
weird.
born on the farm if they're inside the world. Could there be exceptions, but probably not like grandma, but it's definitely implied that she'd be born on the farm. She seems to be like the leader of the humans this side of the world. So the other
Yeah, or at least the most influential human.
so could it be that Minerva is working with demons who are on the inside helping him who don't like this? Possibly for religious reasons like Mujika and Soju.
Maybe grandma is Minerva.
Ooh.
That's a crackpot theory right
It
there.
is,
But
but we don't have much information to go off of, so maybe right.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense for her to kill Crone. That's the one thing about it.
I
Um,
but it could be that she has no other
so
choice because they're demons.
yeah,
Weird, so she has to keep up appearances, sacrificing Crone to do.
yeah, could have been. So when they go, there's this little tidbit that I forgot to
Okay.
mention. Um, I think Sonju, maybe it's Mujika, says that out in the wasteland, demons don't go there,
Yeah.
which is where the shelter is, in the wasteland.
Yeah. They also made a comment saying you should get to where you're going in like a day, which definitely feels like they know things. It could just be their knowledge of the world, but I also wonder if
Yeah,
the reason that Soji was killing all the demons was to keep them away from the waste. They said that knowing that Soji was going to go kill them.
could be, could be. It could also be, hey, this wasteland is safe for them, so let's just send them out into the wasteland because that's where they need to go anyways, and because they knows there's going to be no demons going out there, and let's just let them build, their small civilization, right?
Well, of course, the biggest question is where did this bunker, house, whatever it is, come from? Was it like Minerva and his group, whoever he is, and why isn't he?
Well, I think it has to be. I think it has to be from the William Minerva group, organization, whatever you want to call it, because I mean that's where the pin led them to, and that's what was etched on the pin itself. So I think that's what it has to be.
It definitely shows that
Uh,
his
n-
quite a bit of power to be able to build something. Other
yeah,
question,
absolutely.
the other question is how long ago has it been since people are there? Because like we saw, it looks like in pretty pristine condition. Some of the food that was set out had molded. Like it wasn't all that old, like not centuries.
Well, okay. So the panel that I did see was a person was at that table with those foods eating them.
So like in the camera room,
Yeah, yeah. Where those moldy food was, someone was eating that.
that would.
Like in the manga, they open the door, there's a guy there, and he was eating from that tin can.
I guess the question is how much did they like a couple years? Was it by century? Like for everything else to fit up, it couldn't be that long.
Yeah, yeah. I it definitely so since that food was moldy, it's probably been a week or two.
I feel like maybe in the order of months.
I mean, it could be
I guess
months
it
as
depends on
well
like
for
how
sure.
moldy and what type of food, how quickly.
Yeah, I may have screenshots of the moldy food.
Because I was
Uh,
taking notes.
oh, I do, I do. Oh, that's very moldy, very moldy. Yeah, you're
Okay,
months.
so but still like not all that long. It also has like the same style as the house they live, in, like with the walls and the that.
Yeah, it has that very homely aesthetic they'd be used
Yeah, because
to.
it feels like it was made. Like I would believe you told me these were part of the house. Oh, for the
Yeah, no, no, yeah. Looking at it now, it definitely seems like it would be in that same general aesthetic. I think,
something.
besides like the electric stoves and stuff,
Yeah, so like same like technology era, like night early,
something like that. Something that looks like
and
that.
then they
Yeah.
find the letter from where everybody basically house. So from him somehow. So what exactly William Minerva is up in.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially from what we see later on with that when they open the
Yeah.
door and they see written etched in with whatever it is. Blood? Is it
Oh,
blood?
no, something I
Help?
saw on Reddit that pointed out there are screwdrivers on the ground. So it looks like they use screwdrivers to like write that in the wall. And something else
Mm,
I saw just like looking deep. That's a screenshot. Like there's a ton of other helps like written around it in small text. And then on the left there are tally marks like counting days or whatever.
yeah, yeah, I see
And
it.
then
Yeah.
on the right there's like some drawings of what looked like eye, maybe one. Didn't make out too much shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's very that is very weird.
Yeah, I
Like I have no idea what this could even mean besides this place, whatever it is, there is something weird going on.
yeah. So like there, it seems like other kids trapped in here, and
Yeah. And God, even sorry,
well,
continue.
something else I reading Reddit comments is like, why didn't they see that room when they got in there? Was it locked or
Well, I think it's just, Lord, sorry. I think what the issue is with that is that I think they just didn't get to it, and that's the last one of the last rooms they
Yeah, or
got to.
like might
Just
they might not have gone through everything. Hungry, tried to eat X. And they're
yeah,
also kids too, so like from a purely strategic perspective, you want to check everything out, but you're also tired from the
like me.
exactly.
Apparently, I'm tired. Well, the one thing I notice is when Emma goes to pick up the phone, there's you can clearly see what's on the phone. It's a payphone.
Yeah,
It says even says 50 cents like
yeah.
on it.
So that's
So so it's 50 cent, dude. He's the enemy here.
how I see.
He's the villain. 50 cent. Um, I mean, but no, like, why is it a payphone?
Yeah, like,
Like
well, is it just they have like
they don't have payphones in this world, do
they
they?
do apparently. Yeah, because they
And why is
why
it a
not just use a conventional
payphone?
phone? And like, how did William know to call then? Do they have like a recorder or some sort of sensor when they were? Maybe the pen sent a signal when it was used as the key. So he figured they would
Yeah,
be there soon, so he called from somewhere.
I have no idea.
But I did get
I
another
have
idea
no
from
clue.
episode. So that scene where the
So
kid
from
was playing
here,
the piano? I
yeah.
want to make a meme out of that where I replace the piano with death metal.
Or no, it's like piano covers of death metal songs.
Ooh, or Piano Man.
Or Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. It's Elton John.
Is he?
Yes, Elton John is what? What do you say?
Yeah, Elton John's a
Is he?
yeah, he's the Piano Man guy, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
only did one.
What? He did Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
No, that's not him.
Or is it Fighting?
I don't know. I'm just messing.
I don't know. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. Oh, they also found an underground tunnel too.
They
They
did.
found lots of
They
things
did.
living in a place like this. I think.
I as well want to live in places. So what about an interesting thing is the radio.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Uh so it seems they caught the tail end of the thing,
Yeah,
like the call in, but or maybe not, but it seems like they all check in at this one time
8 o'clock.
at the plants to make sure everything's going good.
Tilgroth
So,
suggests it's possible a guy who's in the bunker in the manga shows up later.
oh yeah, absolutely. I think he will.
I guess the question is like, how much of an just like back to the manga, or are they just thing?
Yeah, yeah. By the way, if I do read ahead, which I don't plan to read ahead, I'm probably going to start next week with the manga because I don't want to be so far ahead that I know what's going to happen. But because I want to still have, like theorize
It might be
and
cool, like
stuff
to
like
like
that.
watch the episode after panel.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but no more manga any related stuff for me. So, because I'm just going to be delayed by a week for the manga. So, like next week, I'm going to read the chapter that would have been the chapters that would have been
Okay,
this
I
episode.
don't want to do. We should do a second post Neverland.
The promise manga podcast.
Right, if you do.
This is true. I would die.
But yeah, so there's a letter. They find some canned food in a garden. Passage with path, which is kind of weird, but also kind of.
Was Yvette in the first season? I don't remember ever seeing Yvette.
No, but she's like really in the background. They probably want to like
Yvette.
highlight some of the kids enough so that they are characters. Because in a
Mhm.
way, like all the kids who aren't Emma and Ray are kind of background.
Yeah, Yvette showed up in this episode, and I'm like, I don't remember Yvette like at all.
Oh,
Which, by the way, Yvette looks like an anime character, like an anime MC. Like her hair is so spiky.
she'll be the true MC, and she will body slam.
Big Daddy Phil. It could be possible though. Could be possible. S- Yeah, this is a really awesome episode. I really like this episode.
Oh crap! I had the wrong episode title in the.
It's fine.
There you go.
Um,
Any other
is there
thoughts?
anything
Yeah,
else? I think that we've discussed literally everything. I mean,
they're all my notes. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm out of ideas. Any thoughts on Fruits
no, yeah.
Basket?
The oh yeah, well it's good you brought that up because I guess we can just go into outros now, I suppose, because you can find me at youtube.com/C Tactics. We're moving the Fruits Basket podcast over there to the main channel, which one person was not very happy about, but um but I mean, to be honest, would you I don't know why you'd want me to do a podcast on a dead channel. Would you not want it to be on a channel that'll get way more
Now,
views?
more people live
I don't know.
basket.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a thing where I do like a rewatch and do podcasts on it with a bunch of
Yeah,
people. We'll see. I haven't even talked to Rising about that, but so yeah, Fruits Basket will move there. Do King of Anime where we talk about Promise Neverland. And tonight my Promise Neverland video is coming out.
go watch it because it's an awesome video, and I know that because I have not seen it.
The logic there is sound.
Thank you. I am very.
You
But
are.
you know, you've missed the most important information there.
Oh yes, yes.
So where can?
Toru is the
Oh no, I was
best.
going to ask where can they find Mr. Kitty?
Oh, Mr. Kitty, he's in
All
my
right, there
room.
you go. You can find Mr. Kitty on his room and on socks. You can buy it through Tactics.
Yes, I do have merch you can buy.
But yes, yeah, my channel is here. You can watch stuff there. So thank you everyone for watching, for listening as we discuss crazy theories and have no idea what's going on because podcasts go. And we shall see you next Friday evening, I believe.
Yes.
Good night.